I'm Allaire Kruse. Let's get to the news.
This place in Dallas behind me greets 500,000 cars a day. The High Five interchange has 37 bridges, the tallest of which 120 feet above ground. Parking on campus is always a discussion among students, whether it's the lack of spaces or the overflow sale in parking permits. But where does all that money go? Police are still investigating an unexplained death here on Interstate 45, where a man's car went over this guardrail right here. Texas certainly loves its 43rd president. This is now the second highway in Dallas to be named after George W. Bush. R. Kelly has certainly been a topic of discussion over the past couple of months after the docu-series Surviving R. Kelly came out. Kelly's extreme meltdown today has many questioning his sanity. He stood up, started crying and screaming, saying that he just can't do it anymore. He wants a relationship with his kids, and it's not about the music. The 52-year-old R&B singer has denied all sexual abuse claims from multiple women who have all said very similar things. Let's take a look now to see what he said to Gayle King.
Y'all killing me with this man!
Kelly's emotions are clearly running very high right there. And this just into SMU TV, we have learned that R. Kelly is back in jail on charges that he owes more than $160,000 in unpaid child support. For SMU TV, I'm Allaire Kruse.
Calling all dog lovers, is that your favorite time of the year again, the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Hundreds of dogs are flying to Madison Square Garden in New York City to compete. Breed judging begins today with 2,800 dogs in 203 different varieties. Those varieties are then categorized into herd, hound, toy, and non-sport. And 2 brand new breeds will be brought into the mix this year for the first time. These dogs over the next 2 days will be competing for Best in Show.
So if you're interested in shopping my outfits directly,
Shopping online is certainly nothing new to many consumers. However, new companies like Reward Style are capitalizing on using social media such as Instagram to help shoppers immediately acquire products.
I can see how they style the outfit, screenshot it, and get all the pieces from their look. So instead of going on a website and just going to tops and seeing all the tops they have, or skirts and seeing all the skirts, I can see their whole look.
Fashion has taken an online approach through Instagram and blogging. Simply Karna, an SMU student and Like to Know It approved blogger, explains the industry from her side.
people are focusing more on finding a niche within blogging. So whether that's fashion, and even within that, people are doing like discounted fashion or like high-end fashion, or just like different categories that make them unique and like get them their own following base.
Both the blogger and most consumers can agree on one thing: this new age way of shopping creates a more personalized and authentic experience. However, some consumers cannot get on board with this new Instagram shopping.
I just feel like cheap. I feel like it's kind of cheap, like way for them to get likes and a way for like brands to get out there. I get that it's effective for them, but like I'm just more annoyed by it than anything.
Whether you love shopping in store or online, you cannot ignore the trend of shopping through social media. For SMU TV, I'm Allaire Kruse. April 22nd is Earth Day, a time to give back to the planet we call home. Many places around Dallas try to do their part. For example, Uptown Cheapskate hosted an event for 20% off their resale clothing to try and reduce consumers' carbon footprint.
Try to be environmentally friendly. I don't know, I just don't like things going to waste.
Many consumers, like Annie Lamb, are selling their clothes to the boutique instead of throwing them away. Thrift store shopping has become all the rage in the last 5 years, but what many consumers don't know is how environmentally friendly it is.
We have literally like the same similar items, or like vintage or like limited edition, things like that, that someone had before that they maybe didn't get to, like, I guess, love it as much, and someone here is like, oh my gosh, like this is my size, like this is like everything that I need right now.
In 2018, the EPA estimated that 70 pounds of clothes were thrown away per person each year. What many don't know is that almost 100% of clothing is recyclable, even though 85% of old clothes end up in the landfills. Luckily this year, an increase of 64% of women say they now buy or are willing to buy secondhand products.
I'm a fashion blogger, and I like to wear really nice brands, but I also get a kick out of getting them really cheap. So it's kind of just become this thing where my closet is constantly recycling, so I don't keep things for very long.
Recycling is certainly the theme of today and every day at Uptown Cheapskate. For SMU TV, I'm Allaire Kruse. A different DFW high school, the Dallas Morning News said officers responded to a call on Thursday, half a mile from Bryan Adams High School, where they found one person dead. The high school was shut down while the police investigated the area. NBC5 said the lockdown was lifted after a little over an hour. The Golf Ponies played in sunny California last weekend in La Quinta. The dual match between the SMU men's golf team and Nevada occurred on the Hideaway Golf Club course. The Mustangs came out on top, winning 5 of the 6 pairings. Sophomore Noah Goodwin had a big win, and so did freshman Ollie Osborne. Osborne played against his older brother Steven and won the duel by 1 point. The next match will be in Brandon, Oregon against Gonzaga University. More construction around the SMU campus, but this one is almost complete. The northwest corner of campus is being revamped with a multi-purpose plaza going in next to Snyder Plaza. SMU TV's Jesse Carr has the story. For those thinking about going to grad school, SMU is hosting a strategy workshop next Wednesday. And the best part, it's free to all SMU students. It is presented in an easy-to-follow format with expert instructors and helps with tips on how to succeed. If you're interested, don't forget to RSVP at connect.smu.